Very front we have the bombardier, and he ran the bomb sight, and then he ran this. This is a remote turret.
Yeah.
He had a little optical screen at the top to aim and fire.
Yeah.
And this one will just be dropping out of here.
Yeah.
Some of the interior guns dropped on the floor. So one thing that's helpful to visualize is you're taking the turret and having this on the top of the turret.
Yeah.
So you want to turn the power on, see what is in here.
Come on up, guys.
Keep going. Tight squeezing.
Pretty cool, I guess.
Now, back in the day, keep in mind that the crews were in the 8th Air Force during World War II were young. They were 18 to 22 years old usually. Yeah. And there were 5 in the front, 5 in the back. The 5 in the front came in the hatch we just came in, but usually not with a ladder.
Yeah.
They would throw their parachute up and they'd pull themselves up from the door frame.
Oh, right.
So here we have the 2 pilots, and like someone pointed out, these were the only 2 crewmen that were not gunners. They had a full-time job flying the airplane. The average mission with the 8th Air Force, they were the ones based in England, flying daylight missions over occupied Europe. The average mission was anywhere from 4 hours to 10 hours,
Yeah.
and frequently high altitude,
Yeah.
20 to 28,000 feet, and the plane is not pressurized. So 2 things, it would be very cold, and the air is very thin. So there's built-in oxygen for every position, and their heat came from their flight suits. Flight suits were electrified. They have little wires in them like an electric blanket.
How much oxygen did they have? Was it enough for that 10-hour flight?
It was enough. No, they had enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were master tanks. You're going to see as we go back, the other ones, there was no tank. These are actually scuba tanks. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's what I kind of asked. Well, look.
No, they would have been different from this. So the pilots love this airplane.
Bombay.
When the flag, those black puffs of smoky smell, the old Israel
Radio room.
That black puff explode, that whole shell, the 28-pound shell, just became shrapnel, and it's going in every direction at supersonic speed. Of course, it comes through this butter, and it would go right through the flags still exists. I mean, they still use it for war zones today. Except then, we give the guys Kevlar, Kevlar armor. Here, the armor, that's canvas. It had little steel tiles inside of it. But obviously no protection for the arms or the legs. Yeah. And notice too, all the shells on the, that's what all the interior guns would have, the shells on the floor. Right. They'd have to be cleaned out after every mission. Because otherwise it would jam stuff up.
And there's
the bullets.
Bullets
now there's 4 different types of bullets. These are all 50 caliber. And we still use them, by the way, today over in the Middle East. There is a incendiary, an armor piercing, and a tracer.
What's a tracer?
Tracer is when you're watching the old newsreel and you see the white, it looks like white bullets going out of the gun. That was a shell that, when it goes out of the gun, it turns.